On this video, I will show you how to use Google Forms to create a simple survey. First is sign in your Google account. Then, in the Apps section beside your profile picture, look for Google Drive, or you can type in your browser drive.google.com. In the Google Drive, click New, then Google Forms. Then click Blank Form. Once your blank Google form appears, type the title and the brief description of your survey. On this demo, I am making the Google Form version of my feedback form to my lessons that I have in PDF copy. This form is intended for my students who want to answer the survey online. My first two questions are a short answer type, wherein I am asking for the student's last name and first name. Don't forget to click Required so that they cannot skip the questions. Third question is a drop-down type. On the options, I will type all the class sections I handle. The respondents, which are my students, can just click the class section they belong to. This is the PDF version of my survey. On the Google form, I will add a title and a short description so that the students are aware what portion of the survey proper they will answer. This portion is for my performance criteria checklist. I have 3 lessons that each have a checklist. I will minimize the window of my Google form so that I can see the PDF file and copy the contents. For this survey, I am using a multiple choice grid. This type requires only one response per each item. On the question, I type the lesson title. In the column section, type the 2 options for students, yes and no. In the rows section, I type the different criteria in the checklist. You can click Preview to see what it looks like for the respondent's view. I go to the next checklist. Since I am using the same format, I will duplicate the one I finished for Info Sheet 1. Then, I edit the question to Info Sheets 2 title. The same options for the column, but the rows will be edited because it has a different set of criterias. The same steps will be followed for my third lesson. Let's preview again what I have finished. The next portion is for the feedback to the lessons. I will add again a title and a short description. I will use again a multiple choice grid. I have the same feedback form for the 3 lessons, but with different options for each criteria. For the question, I type the criteria. In the rows, I will type the titles of my 3 lessons. In the columns, I will type the options for that particular criteria. Since I am using the same format, I will duplicate the one I finished for the first criteria. Then, I edit the question for the second criteria. The same lessons for the rows, but the columns will be edited because it has a different set of options. The same steps will be followed for my third criteria. The last portion is for my students' takeaway to the lessons. Another title and in the description is my question. I am using a paragraph type for this. On the question, I will just type the lesson titles. Let's preview again what I have finished. Adjust the settings of the Google Forms. I uncheck the restrict to users because all my students are using non-G Suite accounts. Then, I only want them to submit one response. I typed a customized confirmation message. Click Save. I maximized my Google Form window to full screen. My survey is finished and I am now ready to copy the Google Form link I will send to my students. I hope this video helped you in creating your own survey using Google Forms.